What's up, peeps? It's Veterans Day, so got a little bonus this week. Get to go to an open mat over at Concept. Cart and Mama have to work, so I'm on my own. I get to kind of do what I want to do today. So we had our sessions yesterday. You know, it's getting pretty. I think for me, it's pretty exciting to see how our kids gonna do at the tournament. You know, again, we didn't have a lot of time with them to train and kind of get them really going, but I gave the kids a talk, you know, explained to them what my expectations are from them from the tournament, right? It's not about winning and losing. I told them it's about seeing improvements in your game, right? Figuring out what worked well and what didn't work so well, and continue to build on that, right? I know a lot of times so many athletes, child athletes, are just so driven by winning that it's a good thing. I get it, to be motivated and driven, but I hate it when it's such, you know, it's so important that when they can't win, then they cry and then they're devastated, right? That's really not setting them up for success later on in life, right? It's kind of like when Carter was in football, right? I mean, some of the parents kind of went like kind of haywire, you know? I mean, let's be realistic, right? I mean, the amount of kids that, you know, ultimately become professional athletes at the highest level, or even at the medium level, it's pretty small, yeah. So I think sometimes parents are the ones that just drive a little too hard, yeah. It should be viewed more as a character builder, you know, understanding how to be a team player, you know, being able to deal with adversity, right? Win or lose, you know. I told the kids, here's what I want from you. If you win, I don't want you to be like jumping up and pointing at the sky and dancing around and, you know, be humble in victory. And I said, if you lose, same thing. I said, whether you win or you lose, I want you guys to have that same emotion, so you're not getting too high or too low, right? Because, you know, some of the kids might have 3, 4, 5 matches, and if they're crying after the first match, I mean, you're mentally exhausting yourself. It's not worth that push. But, you know, I guess I'm older, I've been around a while longer, and I've seen different things. So I think some parents, you know, there's really no book on parenting, what's right and wrong. So understandably, what they're doing, they think is right. You know, I mean, come on, how many high-level, professional, well-paid jiu-jitsu athletes do you know, right? I think the time is coming that it will become more of a realistic career, but not now. And it's not, you know, it's not at that level. I mean, yeah, we had the CJI and a couple millionaires, but that's kind of a, you know, that's the exception, right? I think if you can become good people, understand how to survive, you know, get along with others, those are the key points that we should be taking away from jiu-jitsu and, you know, any type of activity that children do, yeah. So anyway, enough about that. Getting excited too. A bunch of guys that we started off, I mean, not we started off, but they start off as white belts in the last couple of years or so. They're going to be testing for their belts soon. So that's pretty exciting to me, especially one person, you know, specifically, his dad and I were friends since we were little, and I guess he always kind of wanted to do something, and then I guess he saw that I was coaching at UFC, so he jumped in. So he's testing for his blue belt too, so shout out to you, Blake. Let's get it. We also met with Gary and Kathy yesterday, because Gary's testing for his blue belt, so shout out to Gary. And the week before we met with Casey, and Casey's testing for his blue belt too. So shout out to all of you guys. You know, keep drilling, keep practicing. You guys are well on your journey. You know, let's keep going. one more thing about the kids that I was talking to, right, that we're helping. One of the things that I told them was, there's a short term and long term, right? The short goal, the close goal, and the far goal, right? So obviously the close goal is, to get better at jiu-jitsu, not necessarily win tournaments, but get better at jiu-jitsu and enjoy jiu-jitsu, right, when you're good at it. So the long-term goal is, I want you guys to be in jiu-jitsu as teenagers, young adults, and adults. I asked the kids, can you picture yourself being adults? And one kid, he was like, no, I can't. So, they're like 9, they're like 9 and 10. Of course, they can't picture themselves as adults, but that's kind of the vision, right, that I have for these kids that we're helping, that they love jiu-jitsu, they're good at it, and they stay in it. Whether they become high-level competitors or not, I don't think that's the driver behind why I'm doing this, right? I want them to be good at jiu-jitsu, have fun with it, and make it their lifestyle, right? They're still too young to understand that piece of the jiu-jitsu lifestyle, but given enough time, hopefully they'll get it, right? I kind of was telling Cart, hopefully these kids, at least a couple of these kids are like Kawhi, right? Start off as a youth and just take off, right? Just blossom into like this high-level competitor who loves jiu-jitsu, does it all the time, and is motivated by it. So hoping there's a couple of them in the bunch that we're working with, but if there aren't, well, we just keep looking. That's how we kind of play through it. Anyway, guys, I want to pay my respects to all the veterans out there. Obviously, like everyone says, without you guys, we wouldn't be where we're at today. So shout out to all of you. All of you out there, take a moment to recognize these people in your lives, and have a great Veterans Day. Catch you on the next one. Us.